Good day everyone, my name is Feng Mei-Ling. I'm from SJKC Chongqing Tanjung Malim. My research title for this is the primary school teachers' roles, challenges and strategies in Malaysia during the Covid-19. The purpose of this studies was to examine how primary school teachers respond to the Covid-19 pandemic in terms of their roles, challenges and strategies. The study is qualitative and the informants were chosen through the purposive sampling. Semiconductor interviews with the teachers were used to collect the data. The three main themes that emerged from the investigations were roles, challenges, and the strategies. The study's conclusions stressed the needs of the teachers in regulating their students, particularly in situations like the COVID-19 outbreak. Teachers may concentrate on their present tasks while supporting and meeting the requirements of their works with families and the students by recognizing these rising themes. This research adds to the corpus of information about the teachings and learning interventions and the techniques in the primary school. The COVID-19 is a global pandemic that concerns the whole world. The government and the citizens are struggling to cope and adopting various approaches in the pursuit of the new norms. The COVID-19 pandemic caused major concerns about the primary school students. Due to the pandemic, the roles of the teachers in the school are more challenging. Teachers must maintain their current effort while facilitating and accommodating the needs of their workloads, family, and the students. Hence, there are several approaches that teachers can adopt for the students during this difficult time. Teachers must maintain common learning standards which add to the challenges in the primary school students. Furthermore, it is beneficial to have open discussions on primary school teachers during this crisis. The teachers has been criticized in the recent year, and the COVID-19 pandemic provides an opportunity to consider teachings and learning in the school. However, teachers have not been equipped and prepared to handle the pandemic situations. The following research questions are formulated as a guide towards meeting the purpose of the research. What were the instructions when the government initially made the MCO announcement that resulted in the closure of the school? What steps or measures were made by the teachers to control their students during the COVID-19 crisis? What sort of things did the instructors go throughout the pandemic? Here are the three main themes in the research: the importance of the responsibility and of teachers in primary school, the challenges faced by the teachers in the primary school, implementing integrated and intensive strategy for the student in the primary school. Here are the methodologies that are used for this. This study is aimed to explore for the role, challenges, and the strategies of primary school teachers during the COVID-19 pandemics. Most of the previous research on the teachers' challenges use quantitative methods. This study is to understand their challenges through a detailed inquiry into individuals' challenges rather than providing a predetermined hypothesis. For this reason, the study adopted the qualitative research method by utilizing a subjective methodologies through meetings to get point-by-point data from the informants. Here are the protocol that I use, interview protocols that I use for this research, and I process the audio or recording by analyzing and putting the data points into teams. And here the teams are based on the experience of the teachers and the sample transcript that I during the interviews. And here is the findings and discussions of the projects and innovations, roles and responsibility in teaching. To the era, the curriculum has been transformed from traditional to modern way, where all the activities carried out in the school are student-centered, and so teaching methods, techniques, classroom materials, and the technological tools are changed accordingly. During the pandemic periods, teachers make use with the new techniques which are available with them, like the Jamboard, whiteboard, etc., which all the students also can share their views on that and get to know something new. And during the pandemic periods, teachers use all those methods for the teaching learning process through the PowerPoint, videos, audio, flip classroom, whiteboard, and etc. Evaluations. Teachers has a vital role in the evaluation process. During the pandemic periods, teachers evaluate the students through online modes in the form of formative and summative, where students are said to disclose their videos, give authorities to write or type the answers in the given area, multiple choice questions, but all this depends on the questions paper design. And talent developments. The informants highlight the talents and achievement of the students in their school. For instance, one of the informants believe that the student have the potential, and this is the best experience for him to being a teacher. Overall, based on the interviews regarding the roles and responsibility, I could conclude a unique set of principles in managing and developing students. And the challenges during the COVID: inadequate facilities, poor internet connections, lack of the gadgets, inability to obtain enough cellular devices data. Most of the parents work during the day, and the student cannot afford their own devices during the financials. Due to the financial issue, their dependence on the parents to use the devices, and lack of the parental support. Some parents of the students do not concern about the educations during the pandemics. Some parents were not supportive in ensuring that students complete the tasks assigned by the teachers. Lack of the students' awareness of the educations. The informants mentioned that most of the students lack interest in the education and schooling due to the inability to participate actively in the lesson, especially online learning conducted. This happened due to the insufficient data connections issue, lack of the information technology knowledge, and not owning a device to facilitate learning during the pandemics. And strategies and the expectations. The informants apply the SWOT analysis to assist them in planning their strategies with their colleagues. And the informants stress that the teachers must act as agents in change in these challenging situations is also essential to really stay with the goals. Unfortunately, the pandemics disrupt the implementation of the fun schooling concept. And the conclusions: teachings may be extremely difficult in all respects. To meet the problems present by the modern world, school must assure advancement, institution self-assessment, and school long-term reform. Thank you. And here is the reference of my research.